Okay, it is 34 minutes past the hour of 2 Stew, your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies called The Dish here on Lagos Talks 91.3. My name is Ifunaya and I'm here with Kel, Ayana and Faith History. It is time for our hot topic for today, and we have posted this up on social media earlier, and of course the hot topic is religion and workplace. Okay, so it all started with a thread. I won't be able to read out all of what was said on that thread, but this particular screenshot. And someone happened to say this on social media, on Twitter to be precise, and he said some Nigerian employers need to stop that morning devotion worship that they force staff to do in the office. Even bad, some do it every morning. And then someone responds saying, if I have 100 branches of a business that I own, there would be morning devotion in all the branches every morning. Who cares about professionalism? I carry this God on my head. As long as I own the business, worship of Jesus starts everything. You can do whatever you like with yours. So that's what he said. And so we decided to talk about religion and the workplace. Ladies, what are your thoughts about this? How far do you think religion should come into play in running an organization?
For me, even the Bible, that this person is supposed to be quoting, or well, not quoting so to speak, but basically the precepts of Christianity that this person is following. Jesus said it. He said, give unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, and give unto God what belongs to God. There's a place for spirituality, and spirituality for me should be personal. It's not about you imposing your religion on your staff. Absolutely. I think that's abuse of some form. Yeah, it's some form of abuse. Because what if I'm a Buddhist or I'm a Muslim? Do I have to be a part of this morning devotion? Why can't I just stay in my corner because I've come to work early, read my Quran or read whatever scriptures I read based on whatever,
or whatever motivates you, right?
Yeah, because I would have said that as opposed to doing morning devotion, why don't you get probably a psychologist or somebody to treat people proper character traits in the morning? Yes.
Oh, coaching.
Let them, coaching. Imbibe, smart and intelligent things into people. Get people to be, something that we really lack in this region, to have empathy towards others. Isn't that what all this religion is supposed to, with all the churches we have, I don't know.
I totally agree with you. That was what even came into my head the first time I saw this. Like, even the Bible said, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, give unto God what is God's. There is a time and a place for everything. A workplace is a professional place where people gather for a professional purpose. Religion has absolutely no business in it. And if you are running your business based on religion, then you should go and open up a church, if that's what it is that you're looking for.
Bless you, sister.
If that's what you're looking for, go and open up a church. Because why should I have to come to work? You know if I've woken up by 6 a.m. and done my morning prayers in my house, then I have to now come and pray with you people. But I don't even know the kind of spirits that you people are out here praying with. Because not everybody that practices Christianity is practicing the right brand of Christianity. Some people are out here saying they're practicing Christianity, but only God knows what it is that they're praying to. So I should now come through, mix my spirit with you people who have only come to know on a professional basis, who I really don't even want to have anything personal to do with, and we should now be locking faiths together and be praying together as what for what? Is that what is going to make you help your business grow? And you are not ready and you're not serious.
Faithy.
Right, you know I like to sing.
Sing a worship song for us.
Time to be born, a time to sow, a time to reap, a time. I mean,
there's a time for everything.
There's a time for everything, people. Oh my God. And I never understood that song until today.
Oh, well, now you do.
Now I understand, I actually thought that this topic came out of, it's interesting that if you brought it out of there.
Yeah.
I thought it came out of the Netflix, flicks of Genevieve.
No.
I haven't actually seen it.
No.
Okay, so in Lionheart, I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
So there's a
Don't
scene
tell us
in
about
Lionheart. I'll just tell it just a little bit. It's not a spoiler. There's a scene in Lionheart that has, she's like running her dad's company.
Okay.
And there's a scene where her uncle comes to help her out. And the first thing uncle says is, right, this is how we're doing it. Morning devotion.
Oh,
and she's like, I came in early so I could get ahead and do my work. And he's like, nope, this is how we do it. This is how the family does it. And we have musical.
Yes, very.
So, So anyway, so I thought that's where it came from. So, but it's so interesting that she pulls that and puts it in her film.
Yeah.
Because it
I saw it
is a representation of our culture. It is something a lot of Nigerian companies do already. I never heard of it ever anywhere else in the world until I moved to Nigeria, and they're like, we have to go and do morning devotion first. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? A company I was doing consulting for, and I was just like, okay, you miss me with that. I already did my devotion. I'm here to work, you know. And they were just looking at me. We don't do that. It's like, you devil.
This in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Of
They're
course.
looking at me like, but the MD. I said, well, I didn't sign that in my contract. You know, they should just tell them I just got back. I don't play that. You know, and it's not to say that you're not. And again, you know, I think if you're listening, if you're someone that has said no or you feel uncomfortable with something like that, because in Nigeria, our religion is such a us culture type of thing. It's a group mentality. We carry it on our heads. We really do. And so we don't even give people an opportunity to say no. And when they do say no, we demonize them. We're like, there's something wrong with you. That means you have evil spirit. Deliver us.
Amen.
That's what's necessary right now.
Deliverance.
Sign up for deliverance, you know. Meanwhile, like Ayana rightly said, that person could be Muslim. So what does a Muslim person do? Can they also start praying right away and bring out their mask while you're doing your morning division? Is that okay? Can they face Mecca? The person that is Buddhist, can they start lighting incense and firing everybody with incense? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, we need to be careful about, you know, the way we see spirituality and the way we bring it into all aspects of our lives. You know what I mean? Yesterday, my son comes up to me, 5 years old now, and he's like, Mommy, how do you shake the devil into the fire? I was like, what?
Where did he even hear that
Shake,
from?
shake, shake.
Sunday
Into
school.
the fire, the light of God.
There you go. So that's where he heard it from. His nanny was singing that song. So he just, but in his mind, just stuck in his mind, and he just came upstairs. He said, Mommy, how do I shake the devil into the fire? I said, where'd you hear that from? He said, Auntie Mary, and I know the song. I said, go and call Auntie Mary. He went and called, Auntie Mary, Mommy's calling you. He loves that because he's like, yeah, you're in trouble
now.
And I'm saying, okay, Auntie Mary, please, what's happening? Say, I don't know, say they listen to me. They sing the song. I said, yeah, sing the song from where you are. Because I want to learn this song today so that we can all shake the devil into the fire. You know, so she sang the song and you know, and then he knows the song again. So it reminded him and he said, so Mommy, looking to me for direction. What are we going to do with this? So I started thinking like, what are we going to do with this? You know, it's not a bad song. You know, I want him to know that he could shake the devil into the fire. But he's like, can I shake my cell phone into the fire? Can I shake my iPod into the fire? I'm like, you see, this is where it starts to get dicey now. Because I'm like, okay, now I have to thread the fine line between it's okay to be spiritual and know that, you know, you can shake that devil into the fire. But do I want you at 5 to even know to go near a fire and think that you can play with it? Because after all, they say you can shake the devil into the fire. You know, so it's just thank you. So I just told him, listen, it's a song. All right. Do not try to shake any real thing into the fire. Don't let me see you near any fire. And that was where we ended it. So now I know a new song.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Alright, we're going to get some calls as well as some tweets very soon. I would also want to ask, okay, before I ask that, my take on this, like you guys have just said, you know, there's a time and place for everything, and especially when it comes to Christianity, because I believe most of the time it is in an organization where, you know, it's a devotion where you're praying to Jesus and stuff like that. And like you mentioned, when you decide to seclude yourself and take yourself out of it, it's as though you're a demon. And at the end of the day, that's not what Christianity is. You know, it's not a hostile It's not a hostile religion where because you decide you don't want to be a part of it, they should demonize you or make you feel less than. It's a religion of love. So even free will. So even if people decide they don't want to, rather than judge them,
personal relationship with
rather than judge them, how about you act differently? And maybe, just maybe, they might decide to want to come and join you some other time. But with these different characters, you're preaching one thing and then you are showcasing another thing. It's very contradictory. So aside from that, ladies, in organizations where, okay, the boss is a Christian and he decides, or she decides, because I'm a Christian, I would like, for instance, if we're having a general meeting,
To pray first.
let's pray first. Do you think that because it's an organization where there are different people, different cultures, different religion, they should also create way for different types of prayers? Is it a must that they should do that just because they want to be maybe politically correct, or okay, I'm trying to be tolerant? If I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim and I'm trying to do the general meeting, you know, with my employees, is it a must that I must, you know, create way for other types of prayers?
First of all, why are you even doing prayer?
I was going to say, why are you doing
But
prayer?
if that's your thing, because I've been on a photo shoot with Clarence Peters, and they always pray before their shoots.
Oh,
so what he
really?
does is one person prays the Christian prayer and another person prays the Muslim prayer. So it includes everybody, because they have both Christians and Muslims on their crew.
What if there's
How about the
what if
non-Christians?
there's,
How about the atheists?
Exactly.
I don't know
Or
what to
someone
say.
that is,
But that's what they do.
or
But then
someone that is
again,
dealing
like I
with
said,
FIFA.
see, why are you doing prayer at a
Just
general
bring out the
meeting?
shekere and start.
For me,
Why?
this issue of religion, because it's not spirituality, it's religion. It's
Yeah.
the dogmas that people are pushing, and it just reeks of hypocrisy. There are people who are in your office who do not even believe in a God. Why is he doing that? He's moving so close, you know, that do not believe in a God.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you see, a whole lot of times, there should be, everything is time bound. Sometimes you enter certain organizations, they're supposed to resume at 8. At 8:30, they're still doing morning devotion. I'm sorry, that is nonsense. It just shows that you people are not serious-minded people. And you're hiding behind, well, your God, so to speak. Because the truth is that I've never actually seen a Muslim morning devotion. It's always us Christians that we have these issues. And I remember that when I was in the stockbroking firm, and somebody did bring it up. First and foremost, my bosses weren't even interested. I just looked at everybody like, whatever you want to do. And then the guy in the morning would come, call certain people. And after a while, when he called me like 3 or 4 times, like, look, dude, man, go do your thing. You don't need to come. I don't need to be a part of this, your whatever, you know. And these are typically the meanest people in the office. Yeah. The most troublesome set of people in the office.
Maybe
Maybe
so
they-
annoying.
maybe-
Yeah.
That's actually really annoying.
Maybe
I
they
know
need
sometimes
God.
their name is Pastor this, Pastor
Maybe
that.
they need God more.
And I'm looking and I'm thinking,
That's why they need God.
Jesus.
That's why they need God.
Yeah, but you
Say,
don't.
go
you
ahead.
don't- yeah,
You
so-
go ahead and pray. You need it.
Yeah.
You need it.
So
Go ahead and
ladies,
pray.
do you think religion should be separated from the corporate organization?
it should.
Yes,
Just
It
to-
should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
so you think they,
does.
Yes,
okay, so if you
yes,
say
and
that,
yes.
what about regalias, like clothing, for instance, Muslim clothing? Certain people that would like to wear the hijab and work in an organization, would you say that their bosses should allow them do that? Or because we are totally taking away religion, not even devotion or whatever it is, you know, you have to dress in a way that is more appropriate for work?
The thing for me, wearing a full hijab to work, I think you're not ready to work. You could wear one of those, they're little, I forget what they call them, round your head, you know.
Or just keep your head covered.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
because
basically.
that's what, you know,
Because
most
wearing a
Muslims
full
are those
hijab, I think you're pushing the envelope now.
Especially if you
You're-
cover
yeah.
your eyes.
Yeah, you're pushing like so.
You just
And then
cover
you're
your
and then
face
you're
and
a
say,
cash
"Hey,
and teller.
Kel, is that Kel?"
Wait
No,
now, and
not
then you're a
Kel,
cash
not
and
sure.
teller. You're a cash and teller, or you know, like basically people that pay out money.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
Who is this?
who is this person?
And
you're like really
when
scared.
I was young, it used to freak me out.
Or so that
Yeah,
people
they
that are
need to share
listening
it.
don't get offended. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Or the person that is the teller
Yeah.
on the other side is dressed like a nun. I say, Holy Mother, please. Can I? Holy
I don't
Mother.
know how to
But-
address
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen nuns
I mean-
working though? I don't
No,
know.
but nuns
don't
They
work.
don't work.
No, they don't work. Okay,
That's not
'cause I'm
true.
just-
That's not true because nuns sometimes are deployed to schools. In federal schools, you had nuns.
schools, but like a
Yeah.
bank.
Well,
They
the
work
thing
out
is,
fine.
no.
I've never
That's
heard
no.
of
That's
Would
They
they be a
don't know.
receptionist?
No, they don't
Can I
do.
have that money?
And typically, even when they work in schools, it has to do with what's that thing called, CRK or whatever. That's what they
okay.
teach
Or
people.
guidance counseling.
Right.
Yeah, or things like that. Yeah.
Because I'll just be
Um,
feeling some type of way, like about asking them for my money.
But maybe
Like,
because
I
I'm
know-
Catholic, I'm used to nuns,
I
and
know you need it for Jesus, but
I
have
don't
it
feel a certain
today.
time. It's like seeing a priest. I don't feel well because I'm used to that.
Right, because you're used to them. But that's what this is. That's what we're talking about. So someone that is not really used to seeing
them,
somebody with a burqa or used to seeing
a burqa,
you know,
that stuff
a nun in her full regalia or a priest, you know, you'll be a little. What should I do now? You know. Meanwhile, they might be,
honestly, that happens to me.
They
sometimes.
might be chancing you, and you can't even speak up and say.
I think we should focus on traits, characteristics basically that lend itself to love within the workplace, that lends itself to mutual understanding within the workplace, that lends itself to consideration.
Absolutely.
Because these are still basic tenets of Christianity and Islam.
Absolutely.
Teach people to love properly, to
have integrity.
Integrity.
You know, so your motto. So here I am, right? So I'm a Christian, and I say, you know what? I want my organization to be like rooted in Christianity, like the tenements of of Christianity. Then my motto, you know. It can be my motto, our vision statement. It can say, hey, we will do things with a Christian view, you know, loving each other, like what you're saying. And then I will share that with the onboarding of new,
with the
new
HR,
staff, HR, you know. So that's part of what we talk about. You know, it's the way that we live our lives generally, the way we structure the company. So for instance, someone needs time off, you know, are we going to shout at them, or are we going to say, or for religious reasons? If we say that we are a Christian company, then we know that if there's a religious holiday or a religious need for someone to be away, then we will honor that. You know, so there are different ways to bring Christianity into your company without it being, hey, you got to pray at 8 a.m. every morning with the rest of us or you're fired.
Okay, let me ask you a question, ladies, because we spoke about the Muslims with their hijab or their burqa, and you're saying, okay, fine, if you could just put like a headscarf, that's okay. If, for instance, you mentioned, what if someone is worshipping Ifa, or maybe
and they come with their full shakere.
Yeah, so would you, if you begin to,
them.
if you allow the Muslim woman wear her burqa or her scarf, would you allow a traditionalist wear their beads? Maybe
their
for
beads
instance,
and their white agbada.
But you see, we're now I think you guys are taking the mickey, because typically the traditionalists don't dress in that regalia unless it's some actual form of worship.
I know, but what if that day they're supposed to be worshiping Ifa, and
then take a day off? Tell HR, I need to go to the Shango shrine, man.
You know what I mean?
Gotta
what
do
if
some,
they bring shrine
gotta
to work?
do some devotions.
You told them they could pray at work.
Maintain that.
And they set up shrine in the back of the office.
Any place in the workplace.
Gotta do.
When it's time to work, let's work. After work, you can do whatever it is that you want. Before work, do whatever it is that you want. But when it comes to work, focus on the work. And then if you're really intent on trying to help people along spiritually, like Ayana said, teach people how to be good people. Have team building retreats or whatever, where you teach people empathy and sensitivity and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we're here to work. Please, let's work.
All right, guys, if you're listening, please feel free to join the conversation. You can go on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913, hashtag The Dish, or call 0809 191 3913, 0809 222 0913. 0809-234-5913. On Twitter, this is coming from Muste saying, we have this serious problem where we're over-religious yet ungodly. We have been brainwashed to think that we must convert others based on our beliefs. This topic needs to be lauded. There's a lot of organizations who screen you out based on your religion. Wow. Let's take this.
I think we need to apply some, elements of decorum in the application of Christianity in this part of the world, because Nigeria, no matter how we are, no matter how undeveloped we are, things are still happening. We are evolving. If it is where I work life, I don't think we have devotion. Engineering department, maybe one person may take it upon himself or herself. Why put her there? Some lady couples who are doing a 1-year program as an engineering student will come to work with us. maybe will feel like praying, but while I'm wearing my safety boots and the uniform, I'm still part of the prayer, and some other person are taking toolbox to the factory to fix one machine or the other. We don't force it on anybody. If someone says he's a Christian, he's a pastor, I want to believe that in the area of employment, ask people you want to employ. Are you ready to partner with my God? If the person says no, then maybe you take your job and give the set of Christian you want to give, or the set of Muslim you want to give, and all that. It is not right to force it on anybody. Like in my workshop in Alapere, I have Muslim guys that we are working with. If you want to pray, you pray, you put your mouth, pray whatever you want to pray. If I want to pray, I will pray my oath, maybe from house and all that, or immediately I enter workshop, I pray I can't force it on you, because if I go to a hospital, I won't demand for Christian doctor to operate me here. If I have here, if a Muslim doctor is available that time, he will operate me. So that's why I said we must apply sense of decorum. But what we don't want, I personally as a Christian I don't want a Christian identity to die like those people who brought Christianity to us in Europe. Their churches are like empty now because they can't go there for Bible study when Arsenal and Chelsea they are playing. So that's not what I want to see in Nigeria. But then we must apply sense.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Okay, we lost that one. This is coming from Badmus saying prayer is a place of work, or prayer in a place of work is a total waste of time. It doesn't add to anyone's productivity at work. You have prayed in your house already. Why are you forcing your staff to pray again at work? Why are you forcing students to pray at assembly ground? It's a total abuse and waste of time. He just brought up students. What are your thoughts about that as well, ladies? About prayer during assembly, knowing that we practice different types of religions here in Nigeria, and understanding that these kids will go to school where others are practicing these different religions. What would you say about prayer during assembly?
Well, we prayed during assembly. You know,
I have to remember if we prayed.
yeah, we prayed during assembly.
We sang the songs of SOS.
I think for children, it's the conversation needs to be different because they're still being molded.
What are you doing?
I just laughed because I was just like,
What are you?
molded.
Yeah.
Because some people will actually take offense to that. That is when you should let them be free. But yay, come on, you know, we got prayers. This is what helped mold our view of what you needed to do to get your day started as a human being, how to be with God, you know. So I say, if you're gonna do it in the schools, continue it. I would like to have my kids at a school where there's prayer. But remember that there's different religions. So once you do the Christian prayer, do the Muslim prayer, like at least just
Like where do you draw the line if we have several religions without making some feel left out?
You do the first 5.
What was the first?
I went to a primary. Well,
I'm just
one
kidding.
of the primary schools I
First
went to
5.
here, at least in Nigeria.
Yeah.
There was no prayer assembly.
Okay.
Oh, really?
There was no, but there was, ironically, the songs of praise booklet.
Exactly. Songs
Oh,
of praise.
yes,
Yeah.
I remember there was that.
But then I'm trying to remember now. That was I was asking a question. One of my friends that did we used to sing the songs of praise at assembly or doing like when we're doing like musical stuff. That's what I was trying to remember. But I was basically introduced to prayer at the assembly ground when I was in the Unity school here, and the truth was like half the time when we were praying, a lot of us were not even paying attention. They do the Muslim ones I think on Wednesday and Friday, and then they do the Christian ones or whatever. And I recollect that half the time people are just nudging themselves
playing
because
around.
because the guys on the assembly thingy, the stage, have their eyes closed, and we're just ribbing each other. And,
Right. Take the quick 2 minutes.
So
to
I'm not
pull
sure,
somebody's
man.
hair.
I don't even remember if we prayed in my primary school or
well,
secondary
the one in
school.
Nigeria,
Honestly,
we didn't.
honestly don't remember. Like I'm
I
really
think
thinking
I think we prayed.
I remember the songs of praise, but I'm even trying to remember when we actually
Remember the blue book?
used it. Yeah, the blue songs of praise.
I
book.
think
Yeah,
we-
so
we
you,
prayed.
I do
don't know.
recall that there was a period in America until now, and they were fighting for religion to get out of schools. I'm not really sure where they are with that law, if they were able to end up getting a law to finalize taking religion out.
But they
of
don't
schools.
bring.
What do you
They
think?
don't bring your
it wasn't
schools.
even it wasn't even religion. It was just taking prayer,
Prayer out of
Prayer
school.
out
But they
of
don't
school
do that.
Do they
Some
they
schools,
still do that?
Some schools still, the
Probably
private ones,
probably
you
the
know, like
ones that are
Christian
Christian,
private
yeah,
schools,
yeah.
you know. So if you want that for your child, you just
Yeah.
kind of send your child over there.
So, ladies, would you say that to an extent, I would say maybe the level of sanity that we've been able to see in this country and, you know, in some other countries, do you feel like having religion in schools are responsible at least
No.
for the level of sanity?
What
that
level of
we
sanity do we have?
Break down this level of
What
sanity.
what
When I
level of
say-
sanity do we have?
That's a whole nother conversation.
I understand, just to get that a little bit, because I'm saying level of sanity in the sense that
So you
every
Sorry,
country is
guys.
flawed.
right. So, but
Okay.
you think we would be way
Every
wild if we had no
yeah,
religion?
that's what I was going to say.
We
Every
had no
country is
fear of God.
flawed, right? And we have our issues here, but to an extent, you know, we are safe to an extent.
Okay, let me
Let me put it
this.
out there. So, do you think that it would have been worse than this if we had no religion in schools?
I think the only thing people fear is not even God or Allah. They fear the traditional religionists, people who practice traditional religion.
Yeah.
You put a sign and you tell people, you list the 10 commandments. You also list probably the commandments in the Quran that tell you if you do this, this is wrong. But let somebody tie a red scarf and whatever. They will not go near there.
I'm telling you.
So I beg to
I
differ.
wouldn't even lie.
Unless
With
they're
religion,
real.
even with, and that's exactly what we do in this country. Follow the dogma, follow religion. We're not spiritual. Somebody tweeted and said we're very religious, but when we don't have God, or we're not godly, so to speak. And that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So the truth is that I think if we were a bit more spiritual, would be, because I see those, I'm sorry, I will not describe this country as a sane country. That would be the last term I would use for this country. We're not. In fact, for the fact that we wake up every day, we do everything we need to do, and we still manage to get back home in one piece. Yeah, it's the grace, yeah, but I'm not sure it has to do with the amount of times we spend praying or the amount of prayer houses. It's like per block or per area. In certain areas, the church is scattered. There's something relievers, something. The this, the kinikon, the kinikon king. You know, for the first time, I digress now. I went to VGC actually, to the Catholic Church at VGC because it was closest to where I was at on the first of, on the first Sunday of the year.
Okay.
And I realized that once you enter that access from where the first bank is in VGC, there's Kinikon Church.
Redeem.
There's Kinikon Church.
And then
There's Kinikon Church. There's
No, for
Kinikon. There's Kinikon Church. And then the Catholic Church I was going to had two churches actually. You had the main church further down, and then when I got to the main church, I was like, aren't the Catholics supposed to be coming to church today because it was empty? And I'm like, oh no, you have to go back to the youth center. Which was still along that road as well, by the way. So that, you know, it's just,
We have
do-
way too many churches
Okay.
in this country to
I don't know
even
about
have,
mosques,
to
but
even have a
churches.
quota of the problems that we have.
Exactly.
If religion actually played a role
Well, yeah.
in the state of the economy,
Oh, it would be so different.
trust me, we'd be
or
thriving.
the,
No, yeah.
or the
We'd
sanity.
be shoulder,
I don't
standing
know.
shoulder to shoulder
So-
with our
I don't know why I
Dubai.
feel like to an extent.
To answer your question,
Yeah, you don't think
No.
so.
It's
got nothing to
I don't
do-
know
it
why
has
I feel
nothing
like
to
it's
do with
really
it.
has.
Religion is blank. There is no
Yeah.
spirituality to back it
No.
up.
Okay,
All we are doing
so-
is eye service for God.
yeah,
Yes,
pure
that's
So,
the
so
word.
aside from that, do you think, okay, to an extent, the prayers have done anything?
No,
I don't know.
No,
You don't think so?
No,
I think
because
so.
because wait,
I feel
wait
like
a
this
second.
country would have been so much worse than it is
it
right
won't-
now.
No.
Excuse me.
Safety,
but there is-
security.
There is no
You
safety.
just
There
said
is no
there's no
security.
security.
I just said to you, it's worse. When someone says worse, it means that to an extent.
No,
worse.
darling, that's not how.
What are
that's
you
not
even
how it works.
predicating?
That's not
What are
even-
you using as a
that's not
benchmark?
even- That's not even. Thank you. So if you look
Other
at let's
countries?
let's look
What
at
other
some
countries?
benchmarks. Let's look at some benchmarks.
Yeah.
Let's look at
Ghana.
an
No,
African
Actually,
benchmark
don't even
like
use Ghana.
South
You know
Africa,
what?
Okay.
right? South Africa or Ghana, pick one, and then let's look at another benchmark somewhere far away, Indonesia or China. You know what I mean? Where religion is not their main, it's not so pushed the way it is in Nigeria. Those places are more advanced, they're more peaceful, because it's about the morality. Morality can stand on its own outside of religion, but we never teach that. When a child is coming up, we say, God will catch you. This is if someone steals, they'll kneel down in front of you and say, please, in the name of God, forgive me.
The devil made me do it.
It was the devil.
Yes.
So we use God. We, in fact,
as an excuse.
We use him so much. Like, I'm sure if God was a man, he would be so mad at us by now.
I'm sure the devil himself
like kidding me.
It's not even
as my name
as my late grandmother would say,
trouble.
or as my late grandmother would
That's what
say,
we do.
no, hold on. As my late grandmother would say, if it was God of the Old Testament, none of us would be in existence right now.
And I was when you were like, security and safety and
we ain't got nothing.
If you were living up north, you would not be talking like this. You would be like, the country is horrible. The country has gone to the dogs.
But
because luckily, it hasn't gotten to us up here in
even the
in
ones
south
that
and
we
the west.
face every
But
day.
Up north, it's ridiculous. They would say the country has gone to.
Coming back to what you're talking about, it's not really prayer, and I think that's where we've gotten it
all wrong.
It's not about prayer. It's about the most basic of everything, which is food, water, shelter,
which is not being provided.
Work. So when everybody's working and
Healthcare.
a system that works, healthcare, a system, the system doesn't work. We have a failed system. So it's nothing to do with prayer. Because let me tell you something, if you come right now and you bring me somebody or a bunch of new people and you say to them, okay, form a new Nigeria, like a new system, and you put the right things into place. Okay, there's jobs, there are, everybody has to pay taxes, because the money from the taxes will fix the roads, take care of the hospitals, take care of extra jobs, food, the social services, so that for people who are falling through the cracks, don't have a job, they get a check from the state. Everybody else will be contributing towards that. There'll be money for our retirement, like in other countries.
Plan.
So by the time you now add prayer on top of that, my darling,
that would be good.
No,
I
love that.
Hold of it. Apart
But
from that,
the basics.
let's not forget that the people who were saying, okay, in this hypothetical new Nigeria, are also human beings. If their orientation isn't right, all it takes is two people.
Right,
to just start a little corruption ring,
and
they've spoiled the country.
Like enough of this,
if we're going down the route of religion,
pastors are diverting funds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we're
So
going,
what are we talking about?
like you knew where I was
Prayer?
going to head it, because for me, if you look at it very intrinsically with regards to a lot of people are Christians, but then a lot of our fathers are members of cults. They go to there's certain
that old school cult.
They're new school cults as well.
It's in the foundation.
You got the Freemasons, you got the Reformed Ogboni Fraternity, you got so many of them. But these guys claim to be Christians. And even God said, you can't serve me and Mammon. Choose which one. Even
And
the
sometimes
religion,
it's not even a cult. Sometimes it's just money.
so
that
even
we're
the
worshiping.
religion we claim
We worship
that
it
we're
so much we're stealing pipes.
so even the religion that we claim, a lot of us actually have
like
dual
a pint
people.
of,
We worship
oil
or
or
dual
pint of
idols or dual
thing.
whatever it is that we worship. At the end of the day, but like you rightly said, it's good governance at the end of the day.
Alright guys, we need to wrap this up because we have run out of time. I'm going to read out a couple of messages from WhatsApp. This is coming from MI saying, my 2 cents on the hot topic. What we have most times are irreligious folks, not people of faith. First, the Holy Writ said, whenever 2 or 3 agree in my name, not where they necessarily pray together. Okay. This is coming from James saying, this thing about religion and work, place of work, it gets as it be with me. If a Christian, but in a workplace where you don't join in the morning fellowship or wherever it is held, you are labeled as a rebel who does not understand Christianity or not spiritual enough. It marks a Pharisaic act that doesn't drive any organization forward. I'm a Christian, but I have never joined in any of the meetings or worship meetings at work. The attitude to work of people I've seen attend has been untenable. Many even lie about common writing of time in.
Yes, yes. And then they'll come and pray.
This is coming from Olutosin saying, I work for a conglomerate belonging to a Muslim. There is a mosque in the building and the bathrooms have areas of ablution. The Muslims take prayer breaks at least twice a day. During Ramadan, productivity is at an all-time low. By 3 p.m., most of them will claim they're tired.
And they are.
It's not
They're
just a
fasting.
Christian thing. Of course they're tired now because they're fasting.
They're fasting.
This is coming from, well, you didn't drop your name, saying, hi ladies, while I was in GSS 1 back in the boarding house, a lady picked an interest in me, so I'll help her with water and other chores. The day she saw me helping her colleague who is an Afa doing something, she got upset and told me off. That was the last time I went to help her. So pretty much saying that she used to do something for him, or he used to do something for her, and then when he did something for some other man who happened to be an Afa, she was angry.
Who had a different religion.
Who had a different
so it's
religion.
like, oh, we
Yeah,
Christians
and then
should stick
tolerance
together.
again of other people's views.
Absolutely.
So that's
So we
being
Christians should
intolerant.
stick together. Anybody outside of our religion is not really good. You know, they're not good
I
enough.
kind of like those Buddhists though.
Whew, we have a lot of tweets, and I don't even know where to begin.
From the
Guys,
From the beginning.
we have taken some calls. That's why I'm focusing on WhatsApp and Twitter. It's a lot, guys, but I'll try my best to read it out. I have over 40.
Are they hashtagging the dish?
They are actually.
Lagos Talk. Okay.
Actually, quite a lot of them are not.
Okay. If they
Well,
don't hashtag
these
it, that
are
will
the
help
ones,
you.
yeah.
This one that I
whittle
can
it
see
down.
right now
No,
is
okay, hashtag, okay.
he used
Alright.
the dish.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
said,
So
if
if
I
they're not
have an
hashtagging them, we don't bother.
Yeah,
if I
don't
have
bother.
an
I'll whittle it down.
establishment, I certainly will introduce a compulsory morning devotion, whether you are a Muslim or Christian. You must sign a binding document to be part of it before you are employed. If you are not okay with it, then don't accept the job at the
Okay.
point of entry.
I think that's fair enough.
Fair enough.
This is coming from Corday saying, Shake Into the Fire song is a Bible story about Apostle Paul shaking a snake off his hand into the fire. I had no idea.
I
didn't know
had
that
no
either.
idea.
So why
either.
don't they say shake the snake,
the
into,
snake
the fire?
into the fire?
The light of
Why so
God.
dramatic? The devil.
Right, the devil. Because man, you know.
Alright, where should I go to right now?
Okay. Well.
This is coming from Nelson saying, discussing this, I just thought of it. Jesus prayed in silence.
And on mountains.
And he put out godly morals in public, but organization principles is what should decide or set things straight on its staff conduct, but personal devotion is exceptional. Alright guys, let's take one last call and then we'll wrap this up. Lagos Talks.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name?
It's Kayode again.
Alright,
Hi,
Kayode.
Yes. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the
We have to be
school
quick about it because we've run out of
Yes.
time.
The
Okay.
school one, I think the school one is good because growing up, like I said, I went to school in the north, and it prepared me for life. I have this tolerance. It makes it easy for me to balance Islam and Christianity because during the assembly there was the Muslim prayer, there was the Christian prayer, and till now part of it is stuck in my head. I can recite a couple of those things that the Muslims do recite because I'm a Christian, and it made it easier for me because right now I'm married to a Muslim.
Well, there you go.
Things go a long way. Go far
Absolutely.
beyond just school. Then I think the work part, I think prayer is a personal thing. We tend to want to force other people to do things. If your conduct is good enough as a boss and your staff look up to you, they would find a way to come and learn your values. So it's not until you force them to say prayer in the morning and people grudgingly do devotion and all of that, it just doesn't help anything. That's how I say it.
Alright. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to be wrapping this up right now. 13 minutes past the hour of 3. I loved every bit of the hot topic today, and one thing that I will highlight from what the ladies have said in agreement is, at the end of the day, you know, what is most important is you embodying certain principles, you know, setting moral principles, maybe love, empathy, integrity, and a whole lot that you are representing, or for some people parading, because at the end of the day it doesn't really do much the authenticity comes from the type of life that you're living and what exactly you're embodying. So if you're not embodying these things, whatever it is that you're showcasing or you're showing forth really doesn't mean anything. So thank you so much to everyone out there that was a part of the show today. Thanks for your tweets. Thanks for your call.
Excellence from the center of excellence. This is Lagos Talks 91.3.